Hello guys, welcome to Dan's IT Network, and on this tutorial we'll talk about how to configure extended access lists. Okay, while extended access list is more advanced compared to standard access list, because on the standard access list is it only has the capability to permit and deny source, while on the extended access list is it has the capability to permit and deny source to destination. Okay, and it can also permit and deny port numbers, and there are a lot of things that we can do here in the extended access list. Okay, and we will apply this extended access list to this network design. Okay, so everything is working fine in this network. They can all communicate to each other. Okay, we have here two routers, and I actually put a default route on this router going this way, and also another default route on this router going this way. Okay, so that's they can communicate then to each other. Well, if you do not know how to configure a default route, right, I do have a separate tutorial. Okay, and I will put the link on the description below for you to see. All right, so going back, everything is working fine on this network. They can communicate to each other. And just to show you the proof that it is working, I'll open this PC and I'll try to ping the servers. Okay, command prompt and ping 200.210.50.10. Okay, and since this is the first time to ping the server, is it will actually allow it, for MAC address registration. So you'll get a request timeout there, but it should be good to go. And I'll ping the next server. I'll change this to 60.10. Okay, and it should ping. All right, it's good. Okay, and let's try to this PC. Let's try to ping the servers. Desktop command prompt and ping 200.210.50.10, and it's working. And let's also try to ping the server too. I'll change this to 60.10, and there you go. Okay, all right, so now is let's apply the extended access list, okay, to this network design. So here's our goal. Okay, so first one, okay, deny to server one. So we want this PC, okay, um, to be deny to access this server. Okay, this is the server one. So we will deny this PC to access this server one. And number two is a permit to server two. So we need to permit this computer to access the server two. Okay, and as you see here, the server two, this is the IP address that is registered on it. Okay, the 200.210.50.10, and this is on the 60.10. Okay, and to apply the extended access list, we have two things to do. Okay, first is we need to create a rules and restriction to this router. Okay, and it should be closest to the source. So this is the source. Okay, and this is the destination, because there were servers, right? Destination. So again, the first one is we need to create a rules and restriction to this router since it's closest to the source. All right, and second is that we need to apply the rules and restriction that we created, okay, to the network. And to do that, we need to apply it on this gigabit 0/1, because this is the port that is closest, okay, to the source. Okay, so it will go to this gigabit 0/1, and then it will go to the router, and then the router will decide then whether to route or the traffic to the server one or server two. Okay, it will actually based on the rules that we created. All right, but for advanced user, all right, well, just to give you an idea, if they want to apply the rules and restriction that were created to this router, right, they can actually put it on the gigabit 0/0. And other advanced user is they are putting it on the gigabit 0/1 and a gigabit 0/2. Okay, but on this tutorial, I will make it easy for you since this is just for beginners. All right, so let's proceed. I'll open this router and then command line interface, hit enter to get started, and then I'll type here enable to go to the privilege mode, and then CompT to go to global config mode. All right, and let me spread this because we're about to create a long command. All right, so to create extended access list, all right, so I'll type here access dash list, okay, and then a space. Since we'll be using a extended though, it needs to be 100 to 199, okay, the range. All right, so we'll use the first one though, 100, okay, so 100. Well, I cannot use 99 in here because the computer will recognize that this is belong to standard, all right? But we want to use extended though. That's why we need to put a numbers that it's within this range, 100 to 129, to use the extended. Okay, let's use 100. Then space, I'll type here question mark. So we have three options to choose: deny and permit. Okay, but since our first goal is to deny this PC to access the server one, so we'll select here the or type here deny. Okay, and then space bar question mark, and you see in here that there are a lot of things that we can do though. Okay, we can use the EIGRP, we can use the ICMP, okay, to send a call request, and OSPF, TCP, UDP. Okay, but on this tutorial we'll be using the IP. Okay, so I'll put here IP, okay, and then space question mark, and then I need to put the IP address that we need to deny. Okay, well, I can put a network IP address with the subnet mask. All right, and I can also just put any though. Okay, so that it will register any source host. All right, and I can use this one, the last command, the host, to put a single source host. So let's use this host then, okay, to put a single host, which is 192.168.2.2. Okay, so um, I'll put here host and then space, the IP address of the um, host that we need to deny, 192.168.2.2. Okay, space and then question mark. All right, and then now um, we have three options. Okay, we can input the network IP address for the destination address. Okay, we can use the any as a, any destination host, and we can use the this host for a single destination host. So let's just use the single one, just the basic one. Okay, because we need to use this, or register this IP address. Okay, 50.10. So I'll type here host and then 200.210.50.10. Okay, so this is the first rule. Okay, I'll hit enter. All right, so the first rule is this is an extended, and we are denying this IP address, the 2.2, to access this server, which is the 50.10. Okay, and let's create another rule. So the second one is we want to permit this PC, okay, to access the server too. Okay, that's easy. And then all I have to do in here is use the up arrow key on the keyboard to use the previous command, and I'll use the left arrow key to go to this portion. I'll just change this to a permit. Okay, and then we need to permit this IP address to access the server too. And I'll just change this to 60. Okay, there we go. So now the second rule is created. Okay, all right. Well, in access list, once we create a multiple rules and multiple restriction, okay, it will automatically generate a last rule. Okay, it will fall on the last one. Okay, and that rule is actually invisible. We cannot see it, but it's there. Okay, it's working. It's enabled. All right, and To show you the last rule, it's actually like this. Okay, so access. I'm sorry. Let me access dash list, and then 100, and then deny, and then IP, then any source to any destination. Okay, so this is the last rule that the computer will automatically generate. Okay, but we would not be able to see this. It's invisible, but it is active though, and we don't want this to happen though. Okay, because if let's say we will let this happen, then what will happen here is this PC will be denied to access this PC over here. Okay, or what if we have, let's say, another computers that are connected to the network, or let's say multiple networks. Okay, or let's say 50 networks like that, and we don't want them to, to block, right, or to be denied. So instead is to avoid this to happen, all right, well, what we can do is we can just change this deny to permit instead. Okay, but if your goal is to deny all of them, all right, and you should be good to go. And another important thing in access list is it will read the first line. So this is the first line, okay? It will read this. It will deny this IP address to this server, okay? And then it will go to the next line, okay? Which is here. It will permit the 192.168.2.2 to access this server, okay? 60.10, and then it will go then onto the very last one, which is um, after this first and second, then it will just permit each and everybody. Okay, so as you see in here, it's the same thing: IP, and meaning here any source, right, and any destination. Okay, any source address and any destination address. Okay, all right. So let's hit enter, and then control C to go back to the privilege mode, and let me save the configuration. Okay, so now that we already create the rules and restriction in this router, it's time for us now to apply the rules and restriction. Okay, and to do that, we need to apply it to this port, which is gigabit 0/1, since this is the closest to the source. Okay, and we will apply this to the gigabit 0/1, then it will forward it to this router. So it should go into this gigabit 0/1 and to this router, and then the router will decide then whether to forward the traffic to the server 1 or the server 2. Okay, let's do that. So I'll go to this router, okay, and then I'll type here COMT to go to the global config mode, and then interface gigabit 0/1. Okay, and then to apply the rules and restriction, I need to type this command: IP space access dash group. Okay, and then space. So what is the number that we use on the access list? It's 100, right. So I'll type here 100, and then space. I'll type here question mark for you to see. So we have two options, either in or out. So what we'll use in here is in, because it should go in to this to this router. Okay, so this gigabit 0/1, it should go in. Okay, well, we can use the out though. Let's say if we want to, let's say, go out on this interface, which is gigabit 0/0, but we will not gonna do that though. We'll just use this gigabit 0/1. It should go in. Okay, all right, so I'll put here in and hit enter, control C, and then save the configuration, and then I'll type here show space run to view the running configuration, just to double check. Okay, let me spread this. All right, so as you can see here is we create a three rules. Okay, so the first one is it will deny the IP 2.2 to access this 50.10 server. Okay, and it will permit this IP address 2.2 to access this 60.10 server, and after that it will permit each and everybody, so IP to any source address to any um, any destination address. Okay, and um, On the gigabit 0/1, okay, so we apply this command. So IP space access dash group 100 in. Okay, well, to apply this three rules. Okay, and I'll close this and let's see if it worked or if it's working. So I'll go to this PC and I'll try to ping the server one. Okay, 50.1. So, right, so 50.1, let's hit enter and you see destination host unreachable. All right, so mission accomplished. Deny to server one, it's good. And then next, 60.10, okay, and it's pinging. So now let's continue. So to this computer, okay, we want this computer to, let's say, permit in accessing the server one. Okay, this is the server one, so it should be a permit. And the first one is deny to server two. So we'll deny this PC then to this server two. Okay. So again, this PC will allow this PC to access this server one. Okay. And then second is will deny this PC to access the server two. Okay. And let's do that. Let's open this router. Okay. And hit enter to get started. I'll type here enable and then Comm T to go to the privilege mode, and then we'll create a access list, right? A rule. So to do that, we'll do the same thing. So access dash list, okay, and then instead of using the 100, right, then we can use the 101 because this is on the different network, okay. So let's do that. So 101, okay, and then space. Let me spread this because this will be a long command. All right, so question mark. So let's permit first. Okay, so permit, or let's say let's go on this number one. Okay, so deny to server two. Okay, make it easy. So deny. Okay, and then question mark. Well, we can use this command. Okay, the IP. Okay, and then space question mark. So this time is we'll use this source address. Okay, all right, and to do that, the network IP address on this um, computer, okay, is 192.168.3.0. Okay, that's the network IP address. So we'll put here 192.168.3.0. Okay, and then space question mark. We need to put the subnet mask. Okay, because it's A B C D, right? And it says in here source wildcard bits. Okay, meaning is instead of putting the subnet mask like this 255.255.255.0, okay, we need to use the inverse. All right, so the inverse format on the subnet mask is like this: wildcard. It's a 0.0.0.255. Okay, all right, and it's on the three networks. So definitely this is covered, all right, since it's on the 3.2. Okay, and then space, it's question mark again, and this time, well, let's use the host in here. Okay, all right, so a single host. So I'll type here host, and this is for the server too, right? So we need to deny it to the server too. So 200.210.50, I'm sorry, it should be 60. Okay, since it's the server 2. All right, this is the server 2, 60.10. Okay, 60.10. Okay, here we go. And let's create another one. I will just press the up arrow key on the keyboard to use the same command. And I just have to change this deny to permit. Okay, and it will permit this network IP address to access the server, which is the server one. So I'll change this to 50.10 server one. Okay. All right, and I'll hit enter. Okay, so same thing on my previous video. So there is a invisible command in here that is active, right? And the invisible command, to show you again, it's like this. Okay, list, and then 101, and then deny. Okay, and then IP, and then any source to any destination. Okay, and we don't want this to happen because everything will be blocked. All right, let's say we have a let's say numerous computers that are connected to each router, right? Then all of them will be blocked though. Okay, so instead is we want to permit. Okay, right, to avoid that to happen, we just change this to I just have to change it to from deny to permit. Okay, and now this is the first rule, second, and third. And again, in the access list, it will prioritize the first line. Okay, it will go first on the first line. Okay, and then next line would be this one, second, and then until it will go to the last. Okay, so its priority is from first to the last. Okay, all right, and Control C to go back to the privilege mode, and let me save the configuration. All right, and let's apply the rules. Okay, so to apply the rules, since it should be close to the source, so this is the source, and we need to apply it on the gigabit 0/2. Okay, go into this router, and then the router will decide, okay, or match the rules that we created, whether to forward the traffic to the server 1 or server 2. Okay, it will rely on the rules that we created. Okay, so let's do that. I'll go back to this router, and then I'll type here comp t, go to the global config mode, and then I'll go to the interface gigabit 0/2. Am I correct? All right, gigabit gigabit 0/2. Sorry. Okay, there you go. So I'll hit enter on this, and then to apply the rule, so IP space access, okay, and then dash group, okay, and then should be 101. Okay, it's not 100. All right, so 101 because these are the rules, right? It's on the 101, so we don't need to use the 100 though. Okay, so 101, and then space, this should be in. Okay, so why? Because it should go into this router, because this is the source, right? And it should go into this router, which is the port that is connected is the gigabit 0/2, so it will go in this way. Okay, and then the router will decide then whether to forward the traffic to server 1 or server 2. Okay, it will rely on the rules that we create. Okay, I hope guys you guys understand what I'm saying in here, what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, so now let's go back to the router. Okay, and then let's hit this. Okay, good, and Control C. Let me save the configuration, and then I'll type here show space run, well, to view the configuration. Okay, so as you see in here, there is we add another rule. Okay, registered to 101. Okay, so this will deny this 3.0 network IP address to access this server, which is 60.10. This is the server 2. Okay, and next is under the 101, the extended access list. It will permit this 3.0 network IP address to access this server, which is 50.10. Okay, and then after that, it will permit each and everybody, which is any um, source to any destination. Okay, and on this gigabit 0/2, we apply this IP space access dash group space 101. Okay, and it's in. Okay, well, to apply this 101 to activate it. Okay, and I'll close this. Let's see if it's working. All right, so I'll go to this computer and then I'll ping the server one. Okay, it's the 50.1. All right, there we go. And as you see it here, it's pinging. And if you see, permit to server one, and it's good. And then let's try to ping the server two. This should be denied, all right? The 60.10. All right, there you go. So it's destination host unreachable. Okay, and well, let's try to ping this PC though. Okay, let's see if the last rule is working. Okay, let's see. So ping 192.168.2.2. There you go. So it is working because we set up the the last rule, okay, to be permit each and everybody, right? Okay, and it's working. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dance IT Network, to get more updates about Cisco CCNA. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or requesting for a video tutorial, then you can email me, danceitnetwork@gmail.com, or you can put it on the comment section below. Thanks. Bye.